Here are 5 secrets to make sure you win your next fitness competition. And this is coming from a dude who just won first place in overall at my last show. Number 1, hire the right coach. Number 2, dial in your nutrition. Number 3, perfect your posing. Number 4, visualize victory. And number 5, go the extra mile. Number 1 is hiring the right coach. Right now I'm working with Alex Toplin, who's a top 15 IFBB Pro men's physique athlete. He literally competed on the world stage at Olympia. So this guy's super high level. Not only is having the right coach super important, it's also important to have a coach that's willing to call you on your stuff. Alex Toplin, for the first 4 check-ins that I sent him, literally he wasn't giving me any pats in the back. Every single check-in was like, bro, you can be doing better. Bro, you can be doing better. Bro, you can be doing better. And honestly, it got to a point where I called Cole and I'm like, man, I don't know if I want to work with this coach. Like every single time I send him a check-in, he's like telling me I could be doing better and he's never validating me for the things that I'm doing right. And Cole's like, you actually need that, because if he's validating you for the things that you're doing right, then you're not going to dial in your workouts, you're not going to dial in your nutrition, and you're not going to put in that extra 10% that is required to win the show. So Alex Toplin, amazing coach, and the right coach means it's somebody that's experienced and somebody that's willing to call you out on your stuff. Number 2 is to dial in your nutrition. I'm actually gonna show you what my meal plan looks like as I'm prepping for my fitness competition. So I got 2 large eggs, 3 slices of turkey bacon, 2 slices of toast, and 150 grams of egg whites for meal 1. Meal 2 is 6 ounces of chicken breast, 225 grams of rice, and we got some broccoli. Meal 3, 6 ounces of ground beef, 150 grams of rice, and we got some broccoli. Meal 4, again, 6 ounces of chicken breast, 225 grams of rice, and we got some broccoli. By the way, some broccoli means 80 grams. Meal 5 is 70 grams of oats. We've got 1 scoop of protein powder and 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. And finally, we got 2 Rice Krispie squares, and we're consuming this pre-workout. You cannot play games with your nutrition plan. You need to make sure that it's dialed in. Every macro counts. If you actually want to win your fitness competition, that extra tablespoon of peanut butter, the extra snack here and there, that's what's gonna make the difference between first place and second place. So you need to make sure that you're dialing in your nutrition and you're doing your very best to follow the plan. This sandwich is absolutely delicious. Honestly, there's no way I'd be able to do my show without my wife, my beautiful wife. I'm so busy that she actually preps a lot of my food. When I say a lot, I mean all. So, Kirsten, I love you so much. You're the best. The only thing I make is my oats, and that takes me 20 seconds. Number 3 is to perfect your posing. I'm gonna read you the rules directly from the CPA website. Judges are looking for the contestant with the best stage presence and poise who can successfully convey his personality to the audience. So first things first, it starts as soon as you walk on stage. So as soon as you walk on stage, you're smiling. Now what I like to do is as soon as I walk on stage, I'm smiling and I'm waving. And you're walking to the front of the stage. This is where you're about to get into your first pose. Now, don't just get into your pose. You want to have a way to flow into it. And so everybody's way to flow into it is going to be a little bit different. I'll show you what mine looks like. So I cross, look at my foot positioning, twisting my hip to the side, crossing my arm, landing, keeping my lats wide, making sure that my arms are flexed. So this is my first pose, smiling. Now I need to transition to the back. It's front, back, front for my federation. I change my foot position. My right calf, so you can see that calf. I'm gonna flex my back. I'm gonna pull my arms together, and I'm gonna spread my lats. This is my back pose. Now again, I'm gonna transition to the front. I'm gonna switch my feet. I'm gonna switch back to the front. And then you can do I call this like a in-between transition, where you're holding your pose, and you go back into your pose. And that's what it looks like going slow-mo, and now I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like going fast. Now on stage, you're competing against 10, 15, 20, 30, 50 other athletes. And so your stage presence needs to command attention. And so as soon as I walk on stage, I'm smiling. I'm keeping the smile the whole time. When I'm transitioning in between poses, I'm mean mugging. Then I'm going back to smiling. Like, I'm trying to keep the attention on me, which is also why when I'm in this pose, because I want to keep the attention on me. I want to keep the eyeballs on me. I want to keep moving around so that the judges are paying attention to me. In terms of confidence and cockiness, like, you need to come on stage and act like you're the fucking best shit that ever walked the planet. Like, you need to. Because everybody on stage is competing against each other. It's a competition. And so you need to have that rock solid belief that, like, you have the best physique on stage, and you need to move like that, and you need to feel like that, and it needs to come across in the way that you pose. Because if it does, that's what's gonna make the difference between first place, second place, and third place. Most people neglect posing. I would say 80% of competitors that step on stage don't focus on their posing. They don't work on their posing as much as they work on their workouts. And then when they get on stage, they look awkward, they can't present themselves, and they don't do as well, even though their physique might be better than the guy that won. And so perfecting your posing and knowing how to showcase your physique to hide your weaknesses and show off your strengths is so important if you actually wanna win your show. Number 4 is to visualize winning. Don't visualize top 5. Don't visualize top 10. You need to visualize yourself being the champion. So last time I competed was 2021, and I was set to compete at the Calgary Open, and I visualized winning that show. I visualized winning first place. I went to the show, and after stepping on stage against all the athletes, I ended up getting 3rd in my class and not 1st. So I didn't win, but I just spent 16 weeks visualizing victory, and I spent 16 weeks visualizing winning, and I couldn't imagine not walking home with the overall title, which is what my goal was. And so what I did is that I realized that, like, I didn't win first place at that show, so I registered for a fitness competition that was next weekend in BC, and I just decided that I was gonna work on my weaknesses. And so I went up to the judges and I was like, what do I need to do to improve? They told me my posing shorts were too tight, and they told me to change my front pose. And so they also told me to lose a couple more pounds. And so the next week I did 30,000 steps every single day. I did an hour workout every single day. I did 30 minutes of HIIT cardio. And then I changed my posing shorts. I changed my routine. I came into the next weekend at the Leigh Brant Muscle Classic. I lost 5 pounds from show to show. I was already shredded. I just got like diced, but I lost 5 pounds from show to show, and I ended up walking home with the first place and overall title. Now, this is something that I've been visualizing for 16 weeks, and so when I got 3rd place, I literally felt sick to my stomach. I couldn't imagine any other outcome other than victory. And so the next peak week, I literally did whatever was necessary. I did everything in my power to make sure that I walked home with that first place trophy, and I came home with the overall. And so I think it's so important that when you're visualizing victory, you're not just like, oh, I hope I win top 5, or I hope I win top 3. Like, you need to be audacious enough to say you're gonna be the overall champion. And then you put in the work necessary in order to get there. And you might fall short of your target, but when you're visualizing being the overall champion, that's what's gonna get you to do the work that is required to be the absolute best in the show. Number 5 is to go the extra mile. Regret is the worst possible thing. And when you're doing a fitness competition, regret means that when you step on stage and you look back at your prep, you realize that you could have been doing better. And so going the extra mile means that you're literally doing everything that you possibly can every single day to be the best that you can be in your prep. You're doing your very best to be perfect on your meal plan. And yes, I said perfect, because if you want to be the champion, you need to be the best. You need to be doing your very best with your meal plan. Are you being perfect with your workouts? Meaning every single workout that you're at the gym, are you pushing for that extra rep? Are you going for that extra set? Are you doing the extra mile, and you're doing everything in your power to make sure that your workouts are savage and intentional? Are you skipping your cardio sessions, or are you not only doing your cardio sessions, but you're doing them to the best of your ability, and you make sure that when you leave that cardio session, your body, your sweat is telling you that you literally put in everything that you possibly had? That's what going the extra mile means. It means you're doing your workouts, you're doing your nutrition, you're doing your cardio, and you're doing them to the best of your ability. You're saying no to going out on the weekends. You're saying no to your friends that want to party with you. You're saying no to distractions, and you're lasered in, and you're focused, and you're dialed on being the champion. That is what it takes to be the best in the show. And the 5 secrets to winning your next fitness competition: number 1, hire the right coach. Number 2, dial in your nutrition. Number 3, perfect your pose. Number 4, visualize victory. And number 5, go the extra mile. Leave me a comment if this is valuable, subscribe to this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.